Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne.
Hello, Harvey Talks Prison here. So we went to, Mark came down and got me, Tashunka Witco, and we went to Nevada, Missouri to meet Eric Swanson and bars to Bricks, Kevin. And we spent like 4 or 5 hours there. We first went to a park, but they didn't have no bathroom there, so then we went to this little grill, white grill place. Looks like it's something from the 1950s. I mean, wait, you know, it's pretty nice. But outside they had this, these tables and stuff. So we just spent 4 hours there talking and stuff. And I recorded a little bit of it. And so I'm going to show some of it. And it's just us talking, you know. But there's actually like 4 hours of us talking there. I mean, and it's getting windy. It's getting cool. So if there's any wind in the way, you know, messing with the audio, sorry about that. And thank you for watching. Bye.
And I made it.
Yeah, it's rolling
to the
now.
kitchen door, and her sister, "Hey, Mark, what's up?" I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah, I just got to do more research. So I took this chick home. We skipped school together in high school, and said she was a virgin. Found out she is far from a virgin. She's been around a long time,
And that's how you got her syphilis?
Yeah, that was the first time.
I mean, it must not have been too bad because you're still calling her that sucker.
But you know what? it was much. Herpes-gonosyphilis was much easier to get rid of than that AIDS, though. That was worse than pneumonia.
Herpes-gonosyphilis includes AIDS.
Right.
That's
but the combination.
Yeah.
Herpes is.
That was worse than COVID.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, that's worse than COVID.
That's the gift that keeps on
So when
giving.
are you going to do another live, Kevin? You plan on doing
I
it?
am so sporadic. That's my
I am too.
Well, I'm one of those that
Like a leaf.
I don't have anything planned. Let me just put it that way.
I feel
but,
like it'll get on.
Yeah, you know, Mark
The,
will make a video, and then 2 days later I'll see it. Didn't even know about it.
I know that's at the same Eric. It was in the same
Well,
house,
you
and a
do.
lot of times if he don't tell me, I don't know. He same way with my notifications.
Yeah.
We're not getting.
Yeah, I don't get notifications for you or Mark.
You,
Yeah.
Or Kevin.
Eric, Mark, and sometimes Chad and Adam. I don't get.
What's crazy is me and Eric aren't getting our notifications, and we're managers on each other's channels too. So
It don't make no sense.
we're not only have notifications set. Well, it's the same way with
Yeah.
the boys' channels. I don't always get notifications. I really got to watch their stuff because
Yeah.
I've talked to them. Hey, did you see my video yesterday? Did you put a video on it? No. And I'd go back and look, and sure as crap.
Well,
you know.
a lot of Mark's here lately. He's been sending me links to them, and that's how I find them.
Well, I think it was
That's how I know about them.
it
Yeah.
was you or Mark. I was telling.
Yeah, you sent me a couple links for videos.
Yeah.
And there are
Oh, that's
videos I
cool.
didn't get any notifications for.
But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that. I mean, you know, if everybody's got their
That's
notification,
650.
they say
Yeah.
that.
That was the one that I was telling you
Yeah, I
about.
Oh,
know.
that is nice.
F650.
That is nice.
That'll pull anything you want. And then
Well,
some.
I'm looking at the paint job.
Yeah, I know. Me too. That's a nice. This is a nice truck. And that's what caught my eye first was the paint job on it. And then I heard that big old diesel. That's a
Hey.
big old diesel.
You imagine.
Gas in that one.
Right.
Well, if you put gas in it, you're gonna pay a lot because you done fuck that engine up. That's a diesel.
Hey, look at that truck now.
I did that once. It was a Volkswagen
I
Rabbit.
did it too.
I
Oh, yeah.
never heard an engine scream like that in my life, dude. I cut the battery cable on it, and my buddy Bobby, he goes, "Dude." And every time he says "dude," my asshole puckers up because it's either something real bad's gonna happen. But I thought the engine was gonna explode. It was just way. I never heard an engine scream like that in my life,
I accidentally put diesel.
That's the only diesel I
gasoline
rode.
in it.
and I wasn't thinking.
That's not as bad. It
I
don't actually do as much. You just
instinctively
gotta
went
flush
for
it
the
out.
unleaded.
But,
Right.
Man,
And
gas in
I
a
turned it
diesel,
off. I turned the key off, and it wouldn't stop. It was just screaming
trash them glow.
like a
Yeah,
dirt bike
they'll
in
run
first gear, and you
Yeah,
just
diesel
Yeah.
will run away.
and I couldn't shut it off. And I said, "Dude, I'm getting the fuck away from this. It's gonna blow up." And he's laughing his ass off. I'm going, "Dude,
Oh,
what you do?" I said, I don't know. I said, I just got gas. He goes, did you put diesel in? Well, that's what I did, I guess, because
It's like, was I supposed to?
all I ever had was unleaded.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't thinking. I was stoned, fucking, probably drunk, who knows. But I instinctively reached for that unleaded, not even thinking about it.
I put diesel in a gasoline truck one time, and everybody's saying, "How can you do that?" Because the
Diesel.
nozzle.
Nozzle's so
Gas
much
truck?
bigger, yeah.
They said, well, they said the nozzles don't fit me. They
Right.
said the nozzles are different sizes. I said,
Yeah.
I just stuck it down there and it went in. You know?
That's why I have a kid.
My buddy Gary was telling me over
Figured
in
out what
Hawaii,
causes that.
Yeah.
he got this prostitute, and he's smart. She's standing over me. He said, I swear, just see up inside her. And Gary goes, oh my God, that's amazing. And she goes, well, thank you. He says, no. He says, it's amazing. Your fucking guts don't fall out. You know? He's a mess, Gary.
Oh. That's what I'm like, look at that, like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that?
He said over there in Hawaii, man, he said them Samoans are some badasses, dude. They got some form of martial arts that England outlawed for a long time, wouldn't let them practice. It's just breaking bones is what it is. And they don't like you messing with their women over there. Well, what was that English ship, that English naval officer, Captain Cook or something, the one that they ended up whipping some Samoan islander,
Oh, yeah.
and them Samoans went at them with their hands and handheld weapons, and they had cannons, everything else, and massacred all them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, for all of our technological advancements, a piece of obsidian is still the sharpest thing you can come across. So if someone gets close enough to use a primitive weapon,
Razor blade.
it'll still work.
Well, didn't the Mayans and Incas and the Mayans, they would put it in clubs and shit too?
Yeah, they use obsidian a lot.
I'll tell you what's crazy. It's like I don't know how, like the Missouri prison, like Kansas prisons. Most of the shanks, a lot of them aren't metal.
Fiberglass.
Like El Dorado, yeah.
Mine was
Well,
green fiberglass.
In El Dorado for a long
Fiberglass,
time.
too.
In El Dorado for a long time, it was Century Manufacturing, and they made shit out of lucite and and Lexan and stuff
And
like
they
that.
had the machines over there at Century, so they
Fucking
put
3-foot
nice
swords.
handles on them
I
and
mean,
stuff.
yeah, I mean,
like
you're
they look
talking
like
Mine
professional.
We had a
was
tag
nice.
print when they had license.
And you go through metal
Yeah.
detector with it too.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't pick
Yeah.
up on the
Yeah, it
metal
wouldn't.
detector.
Yeah.
I heard some of the prisons in Illinois now they got them X-ray machines and shit.
Yeah,
They got them in visitation, I think.
they
Or
were talking about it, but
That's
it's,
what it was.
yeah, but they were
They do have them in
expensive,
Sedgwick County, don't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
I never had to move shit around
But they don't
keystern. I
work.
was always enforcer security.
Because when I went to Sedgwick County last time, when I did that PV, I went in with a pouch of fucking bugler, probably a quarter ounce of weed,
That's a lot
and
of
a
money,
can of
too.
chew. Oh hell yeah, I ate good.
We used to have these
What do you
bears.
mean?
The honey would come in this bear
I didn't have a penny,
plastic.
but I was
We
rich.
call them honey bears. And that's what we would sell. We'd buy a cap, a honey bear cap, or a bleach cap off of laundry bleach. That was fucking $40 back in the day.
We used to use
Yeah.
the caps for the dial roll-on deodorant.
Yep. Yeah, for tobacco.
For tobacco,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, well, and heck, weed, I used to pay for the little matchbook boxes. Back in the 90s was like $10 for a matchbook box. The ones you
Yeah.
can slide open, the strike ones, let it be full of weed, And now, shit, you can sell a joint in Kansas prison and behind the walls somewhere. That's $10, and it's
Well,
a
cigarettes
tiny
were
toothpick.
$5 a piece back whenever I was still going to county. They had just gotten rid of.
Oh, county's ridiculous.
Whenever I was
That's
in
what it
prison, they
was.
hadn't outlawed cigarettes yet.
Yeah.
But but the county jails, they had gotten rid of it before state prisons.
When I first got to El Dorado, cigarettes were going for about $5 a pop.
We made cigarettes
Well-
in Menard. They're called pyramids. 35 cents a pack. You can get menthol, non-menthol, filter, non-filter.
Yeah, they sold them in toast.
When
Yeah, 35 cents per pack's a good deal too.
when me and Eric were in
I
El
smoke
Dorado
a lot.
too, they was
Do
tripping on smoking. If you
Yeah.
you could get busted real easy because the air didn't circulate out very easy.
Motherfuckers want to blow baby powder and shit.
Well, yeah, but it's like
Like everybody's in there powdering their asses, you know.
in,
Rubbing shampoo on the wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
in Kansas they tag your ass. They take your visits and everything for like 6
Yeah.
months.
Damn.
6
So-
months to a year.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for the
here's
first time,
what
yeah, for
happened.
the first time you get caught smoking or caught with tobacco or something like that, they take your visits.
The first
And,
time I got busted
yeah.
busted with a pouch in
For
Ellsworth.
tobacco?
Yeah, yeah. I had to
They-
make a phone call to my kids, tell them they couldn't
That's fucking
come visit
raw,
me
man.
because I got busted with some chew.
They took my-
that was the hardest phone call I ever made.
They took my visits for a year. For my first time getting busted, I got busted with a pouch of tobacco in Ellsworth, and I kind of fought with the cop when he took that from me, and I almost got a new case because I was fighting with the cop. But they took my visits for a year, and then I transferred to El Dorado,
Always tried to bite your elbow.
and I stayed out of trouble for a little while, and I went to the unit and I said, hey, could you review this? Look, my dad's old, and I don't know if he has another year left, you know, and I would like to have visits with him, and I've been trying to stay out of trouble and stuff. So they waited 4 months, and then they gave me my visits back. But that's kind of a rare thing. Usually in Kansas, you get popped with tobacco, your contact
I
visits
think
are
he
gone.
he probably liked the way you came to him with it, you know.
Well, I didn't act like I was entitled.
And you had a
Yeah,
solid
like-
case too, you know. You were trying to do better.
Sirens.
Some of them, I'm sure that's which is the same, no matter whether it's Kansas, Missouri, any other state abroad, you know, any other nation. It's you get some of them that really care in situations like that, and you get some of them that are just real pricks and think they want to punish you, and they look at that to further your
Like
punishment and
Johnny
misery.
Cash said,
And-
there's no good chain game.
When
is
you was
there?
in El Dorado, you wasn't too far from home, was you?
About an hour and a half,
Hour and
2
a half.
hours. Somewhere around there.
When they take tobacco out in Kansas?
Oh, I think like
This is the
2001,
late-
2002, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Early
something
90s
like
in
that.
Illinois.
What
Yeah, it
was
was,
it?
yeah, it
The
was the
crazy
early
thing
2000s.
is, when they took the tobacco out of the Kansas system, the women were going to riot. The women went
Oh,
on
yeah.
strike. They refused to go to their job details. They refused everything. It was the men's prisons that said, "Oh no, we don't want to lose our pay
And
and
just
our
folded.
good time,"
And
and
they
they just went along with it.
They were beating other women's ass for going to work and stuff,
Yeah.
and yeah.
They didn't take tobacco out in Missouri until 2018.
I know, yeah, because we had a couple guys that had to go to Missouri after they were done with Kansas.
We had a guy in the Kansas system named Raines, and he filed a lawsuit against the state over the secondhand smoke. He said
Secondhand
that
smoke.
being subjected
Yeah.
to secondhand smoke
endangered his life.
was endangering his life. So he filed a lawsuit against the state of Kansas, and they took cigarettes out.
Well, technically it is, but everything is. I think the preservatives and shit they put in our food too, man.
Same.
Well, look
Well,
at- I
I
don't-
mean, if he was
okay.
going to make that argument,
What is
fuck, being in prison was endangering his
Is-
life. He shouldn't have gone there, you know?
and what's the
Sure
percentage?
as fuck was.
Like, if you were looking for a safe
Yeah.
place, don't go to prison, motherfucker.
What's the yeah no shit?
Yeah.
What's the
It'll shorten your life expectancy.
What's the
that's
rate
for
in
sure.
Missouri for people with high blood pressure incarcerated?
Oh god.
High.
That's like Kansas. It's like 70% of the population has high blood pressure.
You know
and
why?
You know what?
Because of all the sodium they get.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, that's
Even when you buy stuff off the canteen, it even has
Yeah.
sugar.
Well,
and
you're
sodium.
under
so
a
much
lot of
preservative.
pressure.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You're under a lot of psychological tension.